Hello everyone and welcome to You and I Quilting. Today we're going to be working on this beautiful little heart block. I'm going to call it the heart block number 1. It ends up being a 7-inch block on when we're done. There'll be more of these out through the month of February, just like heart block 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. What you're going to need for this is right here. I'll leave that there just for a moment so you can figure out what you need to get. The two on top are these right here, so you can switch up the colors a little bit if you want to, or it can be the same color, whatever you want to do. I like the two different colors because it makes it look a little scrappy. So we're going to slide this right up here, that way y'all still know what we're working on. So we are going to take our two 5x5 backgrounds and you're going to cut them straight in half. So then you'll have 4 of these, okay? So we're going to set these to the side. Now you're going to take your background 2x2 and your color 2x2. Lay them right sides together and you're going to sew on one side of that your regular 1/4 seam allowance. Okay, we get it done. Now we're going to press it to the dark side, so you're going to make sure that seam goes to the dark. Or if your background's dark, whatever works for you. Alright, we've got that pressed. Now we're going to take our 2.5 by 5 inch, and like I said, I like to do a different color. So I'm going to lay it here and I'm going to sew it. Now notice that there's a gap right here. This is okay. Because if you're using 5x5s, it's easier to cut. But if you're cutting them yourself, then... Alright, so we're going to line that up and we're going to sew down this side. Okay. Now, before I press it... Don't look like I'm pressing nowhere. My thread, bobbin, something ran out. Nope, it just didn't sew for some reason. Technical difficulties. There we go. Alright, let's try this again. I'll sew on this side again. There we go. Now, before I press that, let's try this again. I'm going to take my ruler. I'm going to line it up right here. And I'm just going to cut off this extra just to make sure it's lined up nice and neat. So that's just discarded right now. So now, again, we're going to press it to the dark side. So I'm just going to press it real fast. Okay. So now we have the same layout, just I swapped the colors because I thought it was cute. And if you're using the 5x5s and you're cutting them, you can do that throughout this whole thing. So now we're going to take our halves, and what I like to do is just fold it and pinch it right here to give it a little crease. Pick a side you want to start with. I like to start with the ones with the seams. And I'm going to line my crease up with that seam, okay? That way we know we're going to have it straight in the middle. So now we're going to sew straight down this line. Alright, I have that side sewed. Now we're going to flip it completely over on this side. The reason I'm having to take a minute and look at this white, it has a pattern on it, and I want to make sure it's turned the right way instead of upside down. So again, I'm pinching it real hard to give me that crease. I'm going to line that crease up with that seam. And I'm going to sew down here. Alright, so now we have the top and bottom. So what we're going to do is simply iron it out that way, okay? So let me take it right here. Ironing both sides out. Okay, so now we got the sides done, so now we're going to these sides. Again, I am pinching to give me a crease. Like I said, I like to start with the seams, that way I know it's going to be lined up pretty good. Now I'm going to sew all the way down here. Alright, then we're going to go to the other side. Now this one don't have a crease, so you kind of got to eyeball it just a little bit to make sure you get it where you need it. I'm peaching the wrong side, look at that. I knew that felt weird for some reason. Alright, so if you've pinched it, you can kind of see through my white fabric a little bit, kind of where the crease would be. So I'm just going to line this up. I think that's about as good as we're going to get. We're going to sew down here. Now, before I press these, you see these little dog ears out here. So we know what we put on is straight. So what we want to do is just line our ruler up and cut them off. Okay. You can leave them if you want to, but I recommend you to cut them off because it gets rid of that little bit of bulk. Alright, so now we're going to press them open. Just like we did the other ones. You start in the middle and work your way out to the sides. That way it lays nice and pretty. Okay. Bring it back over here. Get my other ruler out here. And this is where we're going to square it up. I'm going to turn it. All right. So there you go. That's how simple and easy that is. Like I said, if you use the two different colors, they'll kind of interchange like that. They're really cute. You can make a really cute quilt like this, or table runner, or little placemats, or just anything. The list goes on and on. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later on this month with Heart Block number 2. Y'all have a blessed one, and thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, follow, and share.